What's up guys, I'm Luke Sigua. Welcome to the channel and my first ever vlog. For those of you who don't know, I'm a session drummer. I mainly play for Moira de la Torre, Keiko Necesario, Victory Worship, Sound Cinema, just to name a few. Aside from performing live, I also keep myself busy recording in my humble bedroom studio, which I call the Bear Cave, and I also teach online. Vlogging hasn't really been my thing. I mostly just upload videos of my session work, but I figured I wanted to do it even for just the highlights of my life. Which brings me to the point of this video. Just last week, I've been blessed to become an endorser of Deril Cymbals. However, from the moment that I started letting go of my Zildjians up to when I announced the endorsement, people have been asking me why I made the switch. And I kinda wanted to talk about that, with the hope of making the intention behind the decision clear to everyone, and of course to endorse the brand to you. The answer to why I made the switch is simple. Turkish cymbals have always had a special place in my heart. In fact, my first professional grade cymbals were actually Turkish. And then I switched to Zildjian because I thought I needed that modern clarity that it's known for. You know, just that cymbal sound that we all know and love. But even during all those years, I've always been attracted to the warmth of Turkish cymbals. You know, those made by Istanbul Agop, Byzance, etc. One day I just happened to stumble upon Deril while browsing the internet, saw some videos on YouTube, looked up their catalog, and man, I fell in love. This is the sound that I love, this is my sound, which is a sound that is kinda niche here in the Philippines. Turkish cymbals don't get that much love here. People are either so used to the brightness and modern clarity of the Big Four, or they go for the Chinese alternatives. Only a few people appreciate the complexity, the warmth, the inherent trashiness of Turkish cymbals. So I also have this desire to spread the love for Turkish cymbals here in my country. At that moment, I got so stoked when I remembered that Joshua Betko, aka Popo, was actually distributing Deril cymbals here in the Philippines. So with the intention of purchasing my first set of Derils and offering to perhaps help market the brand in my own little way, I took a leap of faith and messaged him. I couldn't believe his answer. I almost cried when he told me that he has been wanting to get me as an endorser, but he was hesitant to ask because I was using a top brand. I was going to buy the cymbals and just wanted to promote the brand without actually being an endorser. And there he was offering me an endorsement opportunity. How could I say no to that? So there's some food for thought, folks. I encourage you to not look for sponsorships. Instead, find a brand you love and would promote with all your heart, and do your best to get an endorsement deal with them. It will be more fulfilling for you as a musician. Anyway, right there and then, we struck an endorsement deal, and he went on to tell me about two usual questions that pop up when people inquire about Deril. Number 1, why are these cymbals more expensive than those made by Chinese cymbal companies? Number 2, why would I pay that price when if I just add a little more, I can get Zildjian or Sabian or Meinl and so on? For question number 1, I say Deril is not to be considered a cheap alternative. This is legit Turkish heritage right here. This company is owned by Ibrahim Deril, a man who spent years mastering the craft of cymbal making. He even collaborated with Meinl in developing the Byzance line. The sound and quality of these cymbals are on par with the well-known brands. Take for example my most favorite cymbal type of all, a 24-inch ride. I've always loved rides like the 24-inch Joey Waronker from Istanbul Agop, 24-inch K-Lite ride from Zildjian, and Paiste Masters Thin Ride. You get the idea. But this cymbal right here, my 24-inch D-Ride, can actually go toe-to-toe with those cymbals I mentioned. In fact, I even prefer this to those. And this actually also answers question number 2. Why would you pay that price if you can get Zildjian, Meinl, Sabian for just a little more? Well, to be quite frank, you get to save money while still getting cymbals that are just as good, if not better. Of course, I say that as a lover of Turkish cymbals. At the end of the day, we have different tastes, but those are just my 2 cents. I just wanted to share to you my thought process in ultimately deciding to endorse Deril, and how those 2 questions actually helped me with that. They just confirmed that there is a need to proliferate the love for Turkish cymbals here in the Philippines, and I'm on a quest to do just that. But all this is nothing if I won't actually let you hear the cymbals. Of course, you can always find some samples on YouTube and other places, but the initial setup I got contains some cymbals that you can't actually find anywhere else in terms of the actual weight. That's why I have an unboxing and demo video that I'm gonna drop later on this week. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss that. And if you like this content in any way, feel free to share and give me some thumbs up. It really means a lot. Thank you for watching, and God bless.